The last time my sister called me a loser, she was sitting in a house I paid for. Technically, it was hers. Legally, it was mine. That detail mattered. 3 weeks before Christmas, she sent the family group chat an invitation. Gold-themed dinner, catered, elegant holiday evening. Then, 2 minutes later, a private message popped up. Actually, maybe it's better if you skip this year. I stared at the screen. Why? I typed. Her reply came fast. Let's be honest, it's a room full of achievers, no room for losers. I blinked. Loser? The woman who co-signed her mortgage? The woman covering her utilities for 8 months? The woman paying the temporary car note she promised to refinance? Loser? I work in asset recovery. I buy distressed properties, restructure debt, flip risk into revenue. Numbers are my language. I don't scare easily. But that word, it hit something old. Growing up, she was the golden one. Cheer captain, prom queen, loud confidence, polished smile. I was spreadsheets and scholarships. She married a man with charm and no savings. I built portfolios. 2 years ago, her husband's startup collapsed. Payroll fraud investigation, assets frozen. She cried in my kitchen. I just need help getting through the rough patch. Rough patch turned into recurring drafts. Mortgage auto pay from my secondary account, electricity under my LLC, car note linked through a personal transfer. Every month she'd say, next month will be different. Every month it wasn't. Still, I never held it over her until no room for losers. I didn't respond emotionally. Emotion is expensive. Instead, I opened my banking dashboard. Mortgage autopay, scheduled December 1st. Utilities, due December 5th. Car payment, December 12th. Christmas dinner, December 18th. Interesting timeline. I texted her back. You're right, I shouldn't attend. 3 dots appeared immediately. Thanks for understanding. Heart. Emoji. Bold. I opened my notes app and made a simple calculation. Mortgage, $3,480. Utilities average, $620. Car, $910. Insurance supplement, $280. Total monthly support, $5,290 for 8 months. $42,320. Loser math. I called the mortgage servicing department, removed autopay authorization. Next, utility portal, disconnected payment profile, car lender, canceled recurring transfer. All within 25 minutes. No yelling, no announcement, just administrative adjustments. Then I sent her one more message. Since I won't be attending, it makes sense for you to handle your own household expenses starting December. Typing bubble. Stopped. Typing again. Wait, what? I assumed achievers prefer independence. 5 minutes passed. Then my phone rang. I let it go to voicemail. She left 3 messages. First, confused. Second, irritated. Third, panicked. You can't just cut me off before Christmas, she snapped. I didn't cut you off. I stepped aside. You know we're tight right now. I thought this was a room for winners. Silence. Don't be dramatic. Dramatic would have been posting receipts in the group chat. I stayed quiet. Just cover December, she said. We'll fix January. No. The word felt clean. You're ruining Christmas. No, I'm balancing accounts. She hung up on me. 2 hours later, my mother called. I heard there's tension. Of course, my sister moves fast when consequences show up. Are you really pulling financial support right now? Mom asked carefully. Yes. A pause heavy with holiday guilt. She's under a lot of stress. So am I. I just don't outsource it. That night, my sister posted a quote on social media. Some people only help to feel superior. I smiled. If only she understood. This wasn't superiority. It was restructuring leverage. And she had no idea what was about to happen when the mortgage didn't clear. December 1st came quietly. Banks don't argue, they execute. At 9:07 a.m., my phone buzzed. Missed call, missed call, missed call. By noon, she had called 11 times. At 12:14 p.m., she texted, "The mortgage didn't go through." I didn't reply. At 12:26 p.m., they're saying insufficient authorization. Correct. At 12:41 p.m., answer me. I finished reviewing a property acquisition before responding. I removed my authorization. Her reply came instantly. "You had no right." I almost laughed. The irony shimmered. "I had no obligation," I typed. 3 minutes later, she sent a screenshot. Late payment warning. Grace period, 10 days. After that, late fee. After 30 days, reporting. Her husband finally called. He rarely does. "Listen," he started, voice tight. "We just need a bridge until my contract bonus clears." "When does it clear?" I asked. "Mid-January." "Documented?" Silence. "Expected," he corrected. Expected money has funded more disasters than bad luck ever has. "I'm not a bridge," I said. "I was temporary support. This feels vindictive. This feels overdue." He exhaled sharply. "It's Christmas." Exactly. They always attach urgency to sentiment. That evening, my mother invited me over. Neutral territory. When I arrived, my sister was already there, mascara slightly smudged, performance mode. "You're humiliating me," she said the moment I sat down. "How?" "You know we don't have $3,500 sitting around." "That's concerning." Mom shot me a look. "This isn't a business meeting," she warned softly. "Everything involving money is a business meeting." "I called you a loser," I said calmly, "in private, then excluded me publicly. It was a joke." Jokes don't hide in private messages. "You overreacted." "No," I said, "I recalibrated." She folded her arms. "You love having control." "Interesting." "If I loved control," I replied, "I would have announced every payment I've made for you." She went pale. Mom looked between us. "What payments?" My sister's jaw tightened. I held eye contact. Mortgage history, utility statements, car lender confirmation emails. I had all of it archived, but I hadn't shown anyone. Until now. "I've covered $42,000 over 8 months, I said evenly, quietly. Mom's expression shifted from confusion to shock. "That's not," my sister started. I slid printed bank summaries onto the table. Clean numbers, no drama, just evidence. Mom's hands trembled slightly as she read. "You said you were managing fine," she whispered to my sister. "I was," she snapped. "She offered." "I did, but offers expire when respect does." Her husband cleared his throat. "We can work something out. Maybe partial support through January?" "No, because partial support keeps dependency alive." "I'm not reactivating anything," I said. Panic flickered in her eyes. "You're going to let us default?" "That depends on you." Silence thickened. "You have equity in the house," I continued. "Refinance, pull from it, or sell the second car. That's drastic. So is relying on someone you publicly humiliate." She stood abruptly. "This is about ego." "No," I said quietly. "This is about sustainability." On my way home, I received a notification. Utility provider alert. Payment method change request submitted. Good. Action, not guilt. But then, at 8:47 p.m., another notification arrived. Mortgage servicer email. Subject line: third-party authorization request submitted. I opened it. Someone had attempted to re-add my banking credentials to the mortgage file without my consent. Again. And this time, the authorization listed a digital signature under my name. The digital signature wasn't mine. Again, Different timestamp, different device. Same entitlement. I didn't call her. I didn't argue. I called the mortgage servicer's fraud department. This is the second unauthorized authorization attempt tied to this loan, I said calmly. Flag the file immediately. The representative verified my identity and froze all third-party access. A fraud alert was placed on the account. Any changes now required in-person notarized documentation. Paper trails slow arrogance. Next, I emailed my sister and her husband. Subject: immediate boundary. I attached the fraud confirmation reference number. Then one sentence. Any further attempt to access my financial credentials will result in formal identity theft charges. 5 minutes later, she called. I let it ring once before answering. You reported us? She hissed. I protected myself. It was just trying to fix the payment. By signing my name? You're blowing this out of proportion. No, I was shrinking it to appropriate size. If your survival strategy includes impersonation, you have bigger problems than December, I said. Her voice cracked slightly. We're about to lose the house. There's a 10-day grace period, I reminded her. You don't understand the pressure. I understand numbers. Pressure is just math with emotion attached. Her husband took the phone. We'll refinance. We're calling lenders tomorrow. Good. And Christmas? I paused. Is still December 25th. 3 days later, something interesting happened. She listed her second car online. 2 days after that, she scheduled a meeting with a credit union. Equity line inquiry. Movement. When resources feel infinite, people stagnate. When they feel finite, they innovate. On December 9th, I received a group chat message. Christmas dinner will be smaller this year, immediate family only. No gold theme, no caterer announcement, just simplicity. Then, privately, you can come if you want. No emoji, no insult, no superiority. Just quiet. I didn't respond immediately. Instead, I checked something else. Public property records. The house had been refinanced. They pulled equity, covered arrears, closed out December. Mortgage current, no late report. She had solved it without me. On December 24th, she sent another message. I handled everything. 3 words, heavy ones. I know, I replied. Christmas dinner was different. No dramatic decor, no champagne tower. Just roast chicken and slightly stiff conversation. Halfway through dessert, she cleared her throat. I said something I shouldn't have, she began, eyes fixed on the table. About losers. Silence. And I depended on you more than I admitted. Still silence. I was embarrassed. That made more sense. Pride spends recklessly. Shame hides the receipts. I don't mind helping, I said finally, but I won't fund disrespect. She nodded. I get that now. Do I trust her completely? No. Do I respect her more for refinancing instead of begging? Yes. And that matters. Because here's the truth. Cutting support didn't ruin Christmas. It revealed responsibility. So let me ask you, if someone called you a loser while living off your money, would you keep funding the illusion? Or would you close the account and let reality collect? Sometimes the strongest move isn't shouting, it's removing access. And this Christmas, the only thing I gave her was independence. If this story hit you, subscribe for more real-life stories.